Have you ever tried a diet and watched it stop working before the result arrived? Do you know why chronic stress overrides every calorie deficit you've ever created? Have you lost weight only to see it return after a season of extreme stress? Your food choices follow the stress. Address the stress and food follows without being forced. In this video, learn how cortisol overrides the mathematics of calorie control, what resetting your cortisol looks like in practice, and how losing 20 to 30 pounds in 90 days becomes a certainty without counting a single calorie. Number one, cortisol commandeers what calories cannot control. What do I mean by this? You need to get a handle on cortisol levels before a reduction in food can lead to weight loss. Matthew chapter 11 verse 28 reads, "Come unto me, all ye that labor and are heavy laden, and I will give you rest." The heavy laden body cannot lose fat while the cortisol load remains elevated. The elevated cortisol environment overrides any form of diet or training plan. You need to reduce your cortisol levels before you can expect the body to release any body fat. Cortisol signals the body to store fat, regardless of the calorie level. This isn't something that you can force. This is not an opinion, it is biology. The diet or training plan or anything else that you do cannot compete with chronically elevated cortisol. It will win every single time. What can you then do to bring these levels down? Name and address your biggest cortisol driver before you change anything concerning food. Begin with one thing that really elevates your cortisol. For a lot of pastors, this tends to be boundary setting or lack of boundaries. Delegate some form of work that you tend to do yourself. Tell one of your congregation members to sort something out with God rather than relying on you. There are many boundaries that many pastors can set with a lot of people. Find the one you need to put in place and do that this week. Number two, stress sabotages every subsequent system. What do I mean by this? If you don't take care of the stresses in your life, then everything else will be affected. Proverbs chapter 14 verse 12 reads, "There is a way which seemeth right unto a man, but the end thereof are the ways of death." Calorie counting seems right. For a pastor under chronic stress, it addresses the wrong system. Counting calories adds decision fatigue. Decision fatigue increases cortisol levels. Higher cortisol levels means your body holds more fat. This cycle happens over months and years, adding to your current body shape. The cortisol runs the show. Every diet tried was competing with it and losing. With high levels of cortisol, your diet will always run into the same problem. Changing this environment, lowering cortisol, is what changes the effectiveness of changing your food. If you only spend time looking at nutrition and training, then you will always get it wrong. The cortisol environment is the main driver. How can you further reduce cortisol levels? Stop tracking the food this week. Tracking your calories is just adding more stress. By not doing this, you can focus on the habits that really matter, like identifying a cortisol driver and reducing it. Number three, simplify the system stress resolves. What do I mean by this? When you get rid of things that are too complicated and simplify what you're doing, then your stress levels lower, your cortisol levels lower. Philippians chapter 4 verse 7 reads, "And the peace of God, which passeth all understanding, shall keep your hearts and minds through Christ Jesus." The peace of God keeps the heart and mind. A peaceful environment changes the body. Peace is not a passive outcome. Peace is a person, the Prince of Peace, Jesus Christ. As you pursue him, your body will function as intended. Due to his peace working through you, cortisol levels will lower. Cortisol drops in a peaceful environment. The body releases what stress was holding. Fat is stored under stress over a long period of time. Reduce for stress, reduce for cortisol levels, and that fat disappears. For peace, that passive, all understanding, addresses the diet that wasn't able to do anything. This is why in the sovereign strategy, spirit is first. Move towards becoming more like Jesus, and everything else takes care of itself. Practically, what does this look like? Introduce one element of peace into the daily structure this week. This isn't about adding new things. It's about subtraction. Removing things from your diary that are not important, putting boundaries in place with other people, handing off assignments to others to take care of. These are all things which introduce elements of peace, reduce stress, and reduce your cortisol levels. Number 4, the diet delivers when cortisol drops first. What do I mean by this? As your cortisol levels lower, the changes to your nutrition will begin working. 3 John chapter 1 verse 2 reads, "Beloved, I wish above all things that thou mayest prosper and be in health, even as thy soul prospereth." The order matters. Address what overrides the health plan first. Above all things. John puts the health of the body above all things in this verse. He prays that our health would prosper as our soul continues to prosper. The body and the soul are both important. They are subject to the spirit. Physically, however, the cortisol is what is overriding your efforts to improve your body. Reduce the cortisol level, improve the environment, and everything else that you want your body to do or apply to your body will work. 20 to 30 pounds in 90 days without counting a single calorie. Reducing your cortisol levels, putting boundaries in place, reducing stress, improving sleep. All of these come way before any form of diet changes or training plan. Your body will then change. What can you do to help this along? Lower the cortisol first. The food choices can then be followed without being forced. Start lowering it today. This is what the sovereign strategy was designed to do. Spirit, stress, sleep, serving, and strength. Apply the principles in this video to your life by booking a sovereign session through the link in the description below. To recap, number 1, cortisol commandeers what calories cannot control. Name and address your biggest cortisol driver before you change anything about the food. Set boundaries, get better sleep, lower stress in some way, get your cortisol levels down for things to really take shape. Number 2, stress sabotages every subsequent system. Stop tracking the food this week. Decision fatigue is leading to higher stress levels, which increases your cortisol level. Stop tracking food, set boundaries. Number 3, simplify the system stress resolves. Introduce one element of peace into the daily structure this week. Follow the Prince of Peace, Jesus Christ, but practically subtract things or people from your life. Number 4, the diet delivers when cortisol drops first. Lower the cortisol first. The main point throughout this entire video, prioritize that and everything gets easier. I hope this video blessed you. Remember, sin can't win. Embody the Son who won. See you soon. Lose 20 to 30 pounds in 90 days. Spirit, stress, sleep, serving, strength. Done with you in 90 days with the sovereign strategy. If you are ready to work, book your sovereign session. Link in the description.